I like the car. Do I need the car? No. Do I need all that turbo and everything? Not really. Have I been getting by with just the regular cloth seats and the less power? Absolutely. And am I saving on gas? Absolutely. So I thought to myself, why would I upgrade to a 2022 model from a 2021? Here are some factors that I had to factor in. The 2022 models, now it's June, were just starting to come to the dealers. So most of them, most dealerships, if they had any at all, they had maybe one or two cars. And all I knew was that the 23s were several months behind, at least several months behind. So why would they deliver more 23s if they're barely getting the 22s? So what I had in my hand was an offer for $22,000 versus $20,000. And I negotiated an offer with the dealership where I put down a certain amount of money and my monthly payments went up a total of $20. Now, did I have to make that decision now? Absolutely not. Did I need the car now? Absolutely not. Could I have waited to see what happened with the car market? I still have 11 months on the lease. So did I have to get that car? No, I could have waited. But here's what I knew. I knew that at this moment in time, they were giving me $22,000. I knew that my money right now that I had in the bank, while it's not increasing a lot, it's not decreasing. So I was comfortable putting some additional money down. So with what they were going to give me and what I had, I knew I had to take that risk. Am I going to get the money back that they're offering me now? Am I always going to get the 22,000, or could I possibly get 26,000 if I wait a few months, or maybe will I get 18,000? That's a risk that I had to take. Now let's talk about the actual model of the car. I was really determined to get the 23. But after doing some research, I learned that the 23s weren't all that different from the 22s. So I decided, here's a car sitting in front of me that I can drive off the lot with today. They're giving me this chunk of money. My monthly payment is going up $20 a month, and I'm getting like several levels above what I already have. Now, this kind of relates to the housing market right now, where it's just a matter of chance, right? It's a matter of, did I miss the peak? Are we at the bottom? Are things eventually going to level out? There's a lot of factors that we can't determine. Will the prices come down? Will they correct? Or will they just sit on the market a little bit longer? These are the questions that most of my clients are considering today. So I ask you, if you are waiting to sell because you think things are going to get better, where are you going? Might you be able to sell high-ish and buy lower than what you would have been able to buy months ago? If you buy now, do you think that all of a sudden housing is no longer going to be relevant? Not really. If you buy now, might you be buying closer to the top than closer to the bottom? Possibly. But if you buy now and you plan on holding your home for several years, do you think the value is just going to go up? Historically, we see that values continue to go up year over year for homes, other than during a recession like the one we saw in 2008, which was caused by the banks. It was because the housing market caused that crash. And beyond maybe 2001, where we saw values go down because we were in a national disaster, otherwise, during recessions, we generally still see housing prices go up. So again, as I thought about my car, now I knew what the prices are today, but with maybe with very little inventory at the dealerships, I assume that the 23s would be more expensive. Even if they were just $1,000, $2,000 more, that's more expensive. Is my 2021 car, 2021 car that I got in 2020 going to be as valuable in 3 months once I add all these miles and take the risk that I could get into an accident, the car could get some unseen, wear and tear. Think about it. Think about what we have today, what we are certain of today. What we know today, as it pertains to cars, is that there's still extremely limited inventory. And there are still more people who want cars. And there are plenty of dealerships out there that are charging $5,000, $10,000 over the sticker price. But what I knew was that I had a valuable asset. And that valuable asset I was able to use that as leverage to go towards my next asset. And if I don't like the car, what's the worst thing that can happen? I bring it back to the dealership and I say, will you buy it back from me? And I figure out a way to get another car. That's the truth. Same with the housing market. We know where we are today. There is still extremely low inventory when we look at all things considered. The rates are still incredibly low, likely not to go back down to 2 or 3%, because we all know that that was not sustainable and it was artificially maintained at that level because of the pandemic. The pandemic shook us kind of like the crash of 2008. However, the pandemic did not have the same impact as it did as the recession in 2008. Will inflation continue to go up? Many people are stating that we're closer to the top now and we're expected to level out. So there's a lot of factors that go into that, price of gas, etc. Eventually, they will start to come down. So if you're considering getting a car or buying or selling your house, I wanted to share this example with you to get you just thinking about your options and what it means to wait and what it means if you jump now, knowing what you have in one hand and not knowing what you're going to have in the other. Make the decision, right? And if you need any help with it, whether you're getting a car or you have questions about housing, I am here to help. Please let me help you. Reach out to me, call me, DM me, whatever you may do. I am here to help and would love to hear from you. So thank you all for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.